You might need to come a bit closer.
So, Mr. Mark, can you tell us about the result today, please?
Well, the game's tomorrow, so...
No, I was talking about that Burgess chatting up earlier.
Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So as of the recording of this, it's Friday the 25th of August. My cousins are over from Belfast, so we're all going on the Arsenal Emirates Stadium Tour. So I've done this a couple of times before. I first did it years ago with my younger brother. We did the one of the Legends tours, and we went with Perry Groves. I've got to say, lovely guy, absolutely hilarious, highly recommended. But this is just the normal stadium tour. You don't have to, you buy your ticket online. You've got 3 months to use the ticket, and you just turn up. There's no set time. You turn up and you kind of just take your time going round the actual stadium. I think it's really, really good. So I last did this particular tour 2017 Father's Day with my younger son. Really, really good. You access the tour via the Armoury Arsenal shop just below the stadium. I was very much looking forward to going in there because I really like the new Arsenal third kit. I like the green, and it's very much, I'd say it's the closest green kit, because they've had one or two. The closest green kit to the 1980s Umbro one. Really, really nice. Hopefully my wife is watching this because it's my birthday next month. Just dropping a few hints. I always find it strange that you start a tour in the Arsenal car park in the basement. But that's obviously where the coaches drop the teams off. So there's kind of like a main entrance there, which the teams would go through. And talk about intimidation. I mean, the first thing you see is all the domestic trophies that Arsenal have won over the years, which includes it's like the League Cup, the Premier League title, the FA Cup, and of course the League Championship, which, always gets me thinking of 1989. So talk about intimidation. Whoever designed that part of the actual entrance, fantastic idea. Stadium opened up by Prince Philip in 2006. Herbert Chapman. So this is the original bust that was moved from Highbury when we left Highbury. I think I've been to the Highbury Stadium, and they have got a bust of Herbert Chapman in Highbury in the entrance, but it's obviously not the original. But a lovely touch. Arsene Wenger there, who's obviously got a new statue now, which is right next to the Arsenal Museum, which we'll see later on at the end of the tour. And then and then part of the tour, I mean, it's interesting to see. It is interesting to see, but this is like the Diamond. Is it like the Diamond Club? And I've got to be honest. I personally think it's a bit pretentious because half the people, when they aren't even Arsenal fans, they're just there because, I don't know, it's some kind of corporate event with free booze. Half these people don't even support Arsenal. Let's be honest. I prefer the North Bank. Although, as I've mentioned before on my previous Arsenal videos, I did used to sit right behind the Arsenal bench. Used to get tickets from my father-in-law, who he was a London taxi driver. He used to get tickets from his one of the people he worked with, who was also an Arsenal scout. So that was brilliant. But that I've mentioned it before. That all ended over an incident with Liam Brady. But if you want to know about that, I'm not going to go over it again. Check out my Arsenal video from my last game, which was my son's first game, which was back in February, where we saw Arsenal Brentford 1-1. So that was a good game, and we were in the North Bank for that. So yeah, that mentions everything about the Liam Brady situation. So this is the Diamond. Is this the Diamond Bar? You see, I don't know. I really don't care about this part of the the tour. I mean, it's interesting to see how the other side of society live. But even if I was a millionaire, I really wouldn't be that interested in coming into one of these places. I mean, when my brother, one of his old firms he used to work for back in the this would have been like the 90s. He used to do corporate events and bring clients to the Tottenham to Tottenham Hotspur, the old ground. So I used to go along for a few free meals and free bottles of Holston Pills. So that was interesting, but wearing a suit to a football match, it's just not the same, is it? One of the highlights from the Tottenham Hotspur days was meeting Pat Jennings, so that was good. And he's always had the same hairstyle. I think that's amazing. But no, it's this Arsenal tour. It's definitely worth doing. I mean, it's such a. I mean, look, it will never be for me. Arsenal's home will always be Highbury. And nothing will ever touch that. Forget about Woolwich. I'm not interested in Woolwich. Highbury will always be Arsenal's home. But this is a beautiful stadium. They have done a good job. I mean, as I said, it was completed in 2006. And this is the time capsule. And this was put in during the construction. This was put in here in 28th of October 2004. It's got like 39 items in there, which includes Tony Adams' captain's armband, some Highbury turf, every Arsenal home shirt, David Rocastle's shirt. It's got a guided tour video of Highbury. It's got Bruce Rioch in there. He's in suspended animation. Steve Morrow's cast. It's also got Steve McMahon's finger from the 1989 title-winning game against Liverpool when he said 1 minute. So they've got different aspects from all different parts of Arsenal's past, and I think that is really important. It's a shame they didn't bury it in concrete. I think it is a bit of a cop out that you can actually see the time capsule. Always gets me thinking of all the dads will relate to me on this. Always gets me thinking of that Peppa Pig episode when Daddy Pig and his old school chums, and they get the old time capsule out, say hello to the future. I mean, talking to Peppa Pig, have you noticed that there's only... Well, I haven't seen it for years. Now my son's like 10, but have you noticed that there's only 2 humans in it, which I find strange. One is Father Christmas, and the other is the Queen. And I kind of think Peppa Pig is like an apocalyptic future. I almost feel that they're trying to tell us something, because who would survive if there was like a nuclear war on Earth? It'd be the Queen in her bunker under Buckingham Palace. And and I think that the animals, similar to like Planet of the Apes, I think the animals, they're the only ones who survived the actual nuclear attack, and they've gone on to run the planet. You never see the humans. Where are the rest of the humans? That's what I want to know. Are they slaves? Are they the ones who do all the jobs? It's not Miss Rabbit at all. It's the human slaves. But anyway, back to the Arsenal tour. I mean, the new Emirates Stadium, it's got a capacity of 60,704, and it is the 5th largest capacity stadium in England. It cost 390 million to construct, and absolutely fantastic. I love it. Standing on the actual dugout, that brought back memories of my old seat just behind the bench. Them were the days. I think my last game. What was my last game sitting there? I think it was. It might have been like the Emirates Cup, but I remember seeing Arsenal versus Everton there. When it was the centenary? Was it the centenary? I can't remember. It was I remember taking my cousin there. It was his first ever Arsenal game, and yeah, George Graham was there, David O'Leary, all the cannons. I can't remember what it was. I bought the Arsenal shirt. I'll have to dig that out. One of the nice touches on the tour is it's got our most recent trophy as well, which is, I was going to say Charity Shield, which the Community Shield. Great photo opportunity, and obviously he's got the green screen. So yeah, we did that, and my little cousin he got one of those little team photo. But yeah, very basic, very like. I mean, this is the away dressing room. Very David Lloyd's gym, but I'm loving the new look, because obviously I've not seen the newly decorated Emirates Stadium before. I think it's got a lot to do with Arteta. I mean, Arsene Wenger had a lot to do with the construction of the stadium and the way the dressing room was laid out. But Arteta, he's a big fan of Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid, so he's kind of gone for that dojo theme, just like in Cobra Kai. I mean, there was talk that he wanted to have strike first, strike hard, no mercy on the walls of the changing rooms, but they wouldn't allow him to do that. Here's the physio room, again with the dojo theme. Looks. I think it looks really nice. I mean, when I was last here, it looked very clinical. So I do like this new look Arsenal. It's they've definitely upped their game. I mean, Arsene Wenger. From the George Graham years, everything changed when Arsene Wenger took over the club, and I think Arteta has put his mark on it. I mean, this is one of the things I noticed. Where's Arsene Wenger's big bath? The big bath is gone. So I remember when I first saw the bath, I thought it looked amazing. So now they've got rid of the bath, but technology's changed. So they've got to move with the times. Being a big club like Arsenal, the famous horseshoe changing rooms, which again Arsene Wenger, I believe it was his idea to design it in this way. I remember similar. It was similar to the away team changing rooms, very IKEA looking beach, whereas now it's all red and white, and the seating areas are all painted white instead of being beach. I love it. Very bright. Looks great with the Arsenal shirts hanging there. I think they've done really, really well with this. There's Saka, absolutely beautiful shirt. I was very tempted to have that, but no, this is really, really. I don't know. It's a really nice opportunity to be behind the scenes at the Emirates, and it's almost like you're putting yourself there. And there's, also on the tour, there's loads of opportunities for to take more photos, not just in the stands or on the pitch. There's certain places where you can have your photo taken in front of the shirts, and if you want, you can ask. There's a guy there who'll take the photos for you. You can ask him to place a certain shirt in the cushioned area. I think I got my photo in front of our new signing Rice, because I think he's great. I think he's going to make a big difference to the Arsenal. So yeah, it's only the cushioned areas that you're allowed to actually get your photo taken, which which I did. But no, I really enjoyed. I think this is one of the best bits. The changing rooms, and also I've seen this before, and again it's changed a lot. But I always see this as Wenger's office, but this is Arteta's office with his little mini fridge with his with his beers and his sodas. But yeah, honestly, if you're an Arsenal fan, it's just a wonderful experience being behind the scenes. I think I think I prefer. I mean, I did enjoy going on the tour with like a legend when I saw it with Perry Groves. But I like the way you can just take your time. You know, you can listen to the audio if you want. I chose not to, as I mentioned. But yeah, you just take your time, do what you want, do what you need to do. But my favourite bit is when you go into one of the press interview rooms, because we had a good time.
Yeah, after scoring the winning goal, I'm very proud of the team. Rob Holding was a bit shite, not proud of that. But my last words is Tottenham are shite and up the ra.
So how do you feel after scoring the winning goal today, John?
Well, obviously, it's a funny old game. Same.
I'm an emo, I don't like football.
Okay. And what do you think of your international career? Do you think you'll be playing for England or Northern Ireland or the Republic?
No, mate, I'm gonna play for the Dominican Republic as an inverted fullback. Yeah.
Mr. Judge, thanks for your time.
Huh? I'm not very pleased with this at all. Please get out of this room right now. and last of all, ooh ah up the ra.
You know Ali's gonna say that.
You might need to come a bit closer.
So, Mr. Mark, can you tell us about the result today, please?
Well, the game's tomorrow, so...
No, I was talking about that Burgess chatting up earlier.
So what do you think of our latest signing?
Huh? Latest signing? Yeah, I'm back here for 500 million. It's quite cheap for a player. Also, we sold Rob Holding for £1 billion. Quite a fair price. I think we should have got more, but I'm very happy.
And are you up for the game tomorrow?
Oh, no, not really. I have a hangover, so probably not.
What do you think of the result tomorrow? What's the score? What's your prediction?
17-0.
Okay, nice one. Thanks for your time. This is my favourite cousin. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Are you putting him on the payroll? And what's your prediction for tomorrow's result?
I said it myself. 117-0.
Okay. Are you playing Gaelic football tomorrow, I take it then?
I think he's playing American football, I think.
Could be with them scores, yeah.
I might have to punt the 2 other balls.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank you very
gentlemen,
much.
for the interview.
So the media interview booths and also the Arsenal press conference room. I mean, I've got to be honest, that's the highlight of the stadium tour for me, because you can have so much fun. I mean, obviously you've got a little bit of an audience, but it's all about having a laugh and having a good time. Everyone was doing that, doing fake press conferences and fake interviews with with Match of the Day. At the end of the tour. Absolutely hilarious, very enjoyable. Final part of the tour is just the media suite. To be honest, this part is just boring, really. Reminds me a lot of the Emirates business lounge in Dubai. Yeah, that's right. I flew business class, must have been a couple of months ago, from Dubai. Not because I'm loaded, but because my son broke his leg on our first day in Dubai. You couldn't make it up, and I've actually got a video about that. So that's the end of the Arsenal Emirates Stadium Tour. So yeah, £30, which I think is a really, really good price. I mean, you could. I mean, if you wanted to, you could spend all day there. I mean, you do get the you get headphones, and you can listen to. Someone telling you all about the history of the stadium and the Arsenal. I mean, I chose not to do it this time around because I've done it a couple of times before. But one of the things to remember is to hold on to your Arsenal earphones, because that is your admission into the museum, which comes. It's all included with the £30 price that you pay to actually get into the stadium. The museum's not massive, but it's it's full of Arsenal history, trophies, and I absolutely love it, especially as I'm someone who grew up in the 80s and 90s as a young Arsenal fan. Absolutely great, and also it's got the new Arsene Wenger statue just outside the museum, which I only went up a couple of weeks, so it was good to have a look at that. But proper history. I mean, I love the I love the Arsenal shirts because I collect Arsenal shirts. I've got them going all the way back to the 80s, and that's one of the things that I do like to have a look at. One of my favourites is the Cup Winners' Cup Arsenal Adidas shirt, and I remember when me and my cousin who came on the tour with me, when we went to see the Cup Winners' Cup on the open top bus at Arsenal, in the Arsenal World of Sport, which the building's still there under the arches, which is next to the Finsbury Park tube station. They were selling player issue long sleeve Arsenal Adidas shirts that they had been used. They had Adidas numbers on the back, grass stains. I got number 18. I think my cousin he got number 21. £20 each. I've still got mine. What a steal! £20 player issue Arsenal shirt long sleeve from Arsenal World of Sport. And I mean, come on, this is one of my favourite shirts. I bought my Arsenal away shirt replica from Briggs Sports in Wood Green on the very night that we won the title. Again, I watched it with my cousin in Tottenham back in the day. And this just blows me away, seeing the league trophy, the Liverpool programme. We were talking about that as well. Me and my cousin bought one each because we used to collect our Arsenal programmes back in the day, and we used to go to the matches. Obviously, it was a lot cheaper. I can't remember how much it was back in the day. And there's the Littlewoods Cup, which we won. I think we won it in 19. I think we won it in 80. Was it 86? And we lost it in 87. Or we won it in 87. We lost it in 88. I can't remember. But the Littlewoods Cup used to be in the world of sport. Tony Adams, wearing the new Arsenal Adidas kit, he used to hold the Littlewoods Cup in the Arsenal World of Sport. Oh yeah, that's going back a bit. Early 90s. Was it early 90s? Yeah, early 90s, I think. League trophy. I absolutely love it. Hopefully we'll get another one. It's been too long, but there's the Cup Winners' Cup, and and again the 90s Arsenal shirt, because obviously Arsenal were the first team to ever wear names on the back of their shirt in a match, which was both of the cup finals. The Rumbelows Cup and also the FA Cup when we won the double. So yeah, loads of history. I mean, it's one of those places similar to the film and sci-fi museum in Milton Keynes that I went to last Friday, making a bit of a habit of going to museums. I could have stayed here all day. But you know the drill. It's time to hit the spoons for some lunch. So so again, a big shout out to my cousin who treated me to lunch. So we went to the Weatherspoons at the Coronet on Holloway Road, and I fancied a full English. So I had a lovely full English in there. I haven't been in there for years. I think the last time I was in there was with my cousin, and that was, must have been like about 9 years ago, I think, because I was with my little son at the time. He would have been 1. But yeah, lovely full English in there, and then back to the stadium, have a final walk around before I've got to catch my train back to Bedfordshire. But definitely, if you're an Arsenal fan, the Emirates Stadium Tour, highly recommended. watch the video. Let your eyes be your guide. £30, I'd say worth every penny. Don't forget you get the museum admission free with it. One thing to remember though is because we're playing Fulham tomorrow, access to the changing rooms closes at 4 o'clock because they need to get it ready for the game. So yeah, keep your eye on the website if you are going to come for the tour. But no, I think it's great. My prediction for tomorrow, don't underestimate Fulham. I would say 2-1 Arsenal. Scorers, I'd say Saka, who's on fire, and Erdegaard. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care, and it really helps the channel. Big shout out to my family from Belfast for inviting me out to the museum, and also my cousin for buying me lunch. And I'll see you in the next one.